Welcome back to the Team to Be Miami Heat podcast, your one-stop shop for daily Miami Heat content. My name is Amir. I have Martel from the Miami Heat Zone. We have Trent from the Miami Heat Network. The Miami Heat just beat the Washington Wizards 150 to 129, and the story of the year is Bam Adebayo scoring 83 points, beating Kobe Bryant's record for second most points in a regular season. He is second to only Wilt Chamberlain, who scored 100 points in 1962. So, gentlemen, welcome back. It's been a long time since we've had a conversation. What a historic night. Martel, what are your thoughts on this game? This is totally and completely unexpected. I thought this was going to be a boring, horrible game against the tanking Wizards. Bam Adebayo made history, took over tonight. What a huge performance. What are your thoughts on the game and Bam's performance?
The insane part is that like no one would have ever thought that Bam Adebayo would have his name next to Kobe Bryant and Wilt Chamberlain. But once again, that's the game of basketball. Congrats to Bam. I think that he had a phenomenal night. Thank God that Eric Spoelstra actually kept him out there so that he can actually get those points. Because you know how sometimes these coaches, they'll pull you out early right before you hit 60 or 70. Thank God he was able to hit 83, and he is now pretty much, stuck in history forever.
Trent, what are your thoughts on that game, man? That was completely unexpected. No one thought Bam Adebayo had this in him. This is utter insanity. One of the greatest games. I know he shot like 75 free throws, but still, huge performance by Bam Adebayo. Didn't only make Miami Heat history beating LeBron James for scoring the most points, but he has the second most points in NBA history. What are your thoughts, Trent?
Yeah, man. It's a very good moment for this organization, very good moment for this team, especially with how well we've been playing recently, heading into the playoffs. We're on a 6-game win streak. We've been beating some good teams, right? And even this, like, we lose to the bad teams, right? Like, we'll lose to the Wizards, we'll lose to the Nets, stuff like that. So it just shows you that this team is locking in at the right time. And it's a huge accomplishment. It was kind of annoying, though, what the Wizards were trying to do. Like, bro, like the coaches over here calling challenges when it was damn right a foul. Like, come on, bro, you're being corny. Like, I understand. Listen, as a basketball player, you never want somebody to make history on you. I get it. But that was obviously in a foul, right? Like, he's obviously trying to try to take his points away. Then they're throwing 4 or 5 people at him. And I'm glad he got it on the Wizards. And honestly, it made me not. I never cared about the Wizards, but it makes me don't like them even more now, right? Like, what they were trying to do at the end, it was just so weird. But just imagine if Bam made all his free throws as well, man. Like, I'm bad at math, right? He missed like 7 free throws. So he could have got 90 maybe or something like that, or close to 88, 89. But overall, though, man, it's just a huge accomplishment, right? Like, everything's going up forward with us. Like, typically, like, these are the games that you'd be like, Miami's on a 5-game win streak. Like, it's the Wizards. Like, okay, we'll see what happens. No Tyler, no Wiggs, no Norm, no Khalil Weir, no Jovic, and we still find a way to win.
What do you say to Laker fans? Because in my text messages and my DMs, I'm from California, so my friends, some of them are Laker fans, basically saying that Bam was playing in garbage time. Bam Adebayo shot 43 free throws. Like, what is the record? Like, I'm sure Wilt probably had like 50 when he scored 100 points because he was one of the most dominant forces in NBA history, right? Him and Shaquille O'Neal. But Bam Adebayo had 43 points. What are your thoughts on people saying that, hey, Bam was playing in garbage time, Spo let him play in the entire fourth quarter, basically up by like 25 points? Martel, what do you think about that? I think that's bullshit. If you have an opportunity to go for NBA history and you're not a guy that should be in that category, you fucking let him go, right? No one would have ever thought. This is not Luka. This is not Shea. This is not like KD going for it, right? Guys you expect. This is Bam Adebayo. Let him have his moment. Who cares? They were triple teaming him. They were triple teaming in the third and fourth quarter, right? Like, they weren't trying to have that record against them, to Trent's point. Like, what are your thoughts on people saying it was like in garbage time, the game was already over?
Scoring 83 is scoring 83. Because, like I said, why are you guys finally deciding to triple team him once he's close to 80? Bro, you guys should have been doing that at halftime. Once he hit 30, bro, you guys should have been triple teaming him, quadruple teaming him, doing everything under the sun to pretty much push the ball out of his hands. And to be honest with you, even though some of it was in garbage time, I think that's a legitimate 83 throughout the whole game. It's not like, the game really wasn't close. They were competing. The Wizards were competing. And I just feel like the refs weren't just giving him the calls either. No, that's a legitimate 83. And it's like what Trent said. This is a very big statement because the NBA is watching. Okay, the NBA is watching. And what I mean by that is other players are looking to Miami. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different moves that the Miami Heat can make. I don't see them trading Tyler Hero. I think Wiggins is actually going to come back. Norman Powell, I don't think he's going to come back. That's just, my piece of thought. But this Miami Heat team is in a very good spot. They have youth, they have picks, and right now we are primed, and not necessarily for a number one option, but just for other players to really look towards Miami. And like I said, what Bam did tonight is very important in terms of our franchise. It sets a tone, it sets an energy, and ever since D Wade and Udonis Haslem called out Bam and Tyler, they have been leading this Miami Heat team. And what I like about what Bam has been doing recently, he has been all smoke, all gas, no brakes. And what I mean by that is every time he touches the ball, he's on go mode. There's no more dribble handoff. There's no more I'm looking for someone else. It's either I'm shooting the three or I'm attacking the rim or I'm trying to make a play. And Bam Adebayo has been aggressive. And I'm not saying that this is the Bam that we want that's going to score 83, but this is the aggressive Bam that we want and that we need.
He took 43 field goal attempts. He took 22 3-pointers. Let that sink in, Martel. Trent. Bam Adebayo he only shot 7 to 22 because 6 of those last threes were him just forcing it because he was doubled and triple teamed and he just wanted to get a shot up, right? They were literally denying him the ball. But what world do we live in where Bam shot 43 shots in a game, 22 of those 3-pointers, and shot 43 free throws? What an insane game by Bam Adebayo. And he's been playing great since post All-Star. Bam, his numbers don't fly off the screen. He's only averaging 18. I don't know if these are updated based on tonight's game. I probably don't assume so, but he's averaging, let's round up to 19 points, 9.8 rebounds, 3 assists. In the month of March, he's averaging 23 points. That number is going to go up a little bit. Post All-Star break, averaging 21 points, and that's up 3 points from post All-Star or pre-All-Star break. So Bam Adebayo has been stepping it up. He's also been stepping it up defensively, which we don't need to talk about this game, right? But he is making a case for all defensive team, hopefully one of the top 3 teams. I'm hoping he's at least second all NBA team, possibly even top 3, 4 back with the D-boy, right? We have 15 games, 16 games left after tonight. And if he continues on this trajectory from the defensive perspective,
he is DPO. He is DPOY. No, he is DPOY. And
I don't know, man. Wemby's pretty good.
Amir, it's only because of the jealousy, the envy, and the hatred that the NBA has towards them 100%. Because listen, I don't care what anyone says. Bam has been DPOY, honestly, for the past, let's say 6 seasons, at least 4 out of the 6. And to be honest, if I really wasn't biased, it could be 6 out of 6. I only say that because they're only looking at blocks. That's it. They're only looking at blocks and steals at the end of the day. You're telling me that you have a guy that can play 1 through 5. You're telling me that Rudy Gobert is getting played off the floor in the playoffs for multiple seasons. How is he DPOY and the team is taking him off the court? Jaren Jackson Jr. can't get a rebound to save his life. He's soft. How is he DPOY? How is Marcus Smart DPOY? Bam Adebayo could legitimately guard 1 through 5 at any point in the game. He can play in any defense. You could throw him on the worst team, the best team. He can play zone, man, 2, 3. It doesn't matter what it is. This man has been deep. The definition of DPOY is I can guard pretty much anything, anytime, anywhere. Not just, I'm going to go get blocks. I'm going to go get steals. It's more, defense is more than that. But because people don't understand basketball, because they only want to look at stats, they want to rob him of DPOY. He is DPOY. And to be honest, he should have been an all-star this year.
For sure. Trent, what do you think, man? Forget the defensive piece. Just Bam Adebayo scoring 31 points in the first quarter. That beat LeBron's record for the Miami Heat. So Miami Heat franchise record before that was 25 points in a quarter. LeBron did that twice in his 4 seasons, but LeBron was literally in his prime, 25 years old on this Miami Heat team. Obviously a very good offensive player. Bam Adebayo had 31 points in the first quarter. So he beat LeBron's record. And no one in Heat Nation None of you on this freaking panel, no one in general ever thought Bam would do this. I thought, okay, Bam got 31 in the first quarter. His career high was 42 against the Nets a couple years ago. I was like, damn, Bam could probably get like 43, 44, right? And that's probably going to be it. They're probably going to sit him out. But he beat everybody's expectations, scored 83 points, which is just insane. 19 points in the third quarter, 12 points in the second quarter. I don't know. Whatever the math is, he got a shit ton of points in the fourth quarter. Like Trent, like how insane is this, honestly, to beat Kobe Bryant, who is an offensive or was an offensive savant at his time, right?
Yeah, like you said, man, like, you kind of expect it from like the Tatums, the Lukas, right? The Giannis's to break this record. And so Bam's going to be a part of history for a long time. You know, it took a while just to beat this record. So I think it's going to take a while for somebody to beat that record. And so, this is a, like I said, a huge accomplishment. This is Bam's day. I went on Twitter right now and I'm seeing all the hate. This is a disgrace for Kobe Bryant. And I know the
They said
reason why.
they said it's a
Yeah,
disgrace. Why?
I'm not gonna say it on here, but listen, man, i- all records are meant to be broken. I always say that. My favorite player, I'll give you an example, right? Russell Westbrook broke the most triple doubles in history. His is gonna get broken by Jokic. You know what I mean? Like he's only a couple triple doubles away from breaking that. So all records are meant to be broken. And Bam broke it today, man. So listen, and for the people that are saying, "Oh, garbage time," they didn't watch the game, right? Like near the end, yeah, it was garbage time, but it was still a game in that fourth quarter. Like it's not like it was like we're up 50 in the fourth and he's playing the whole fourth quarter just to get it. Like it was
Right.
still, bro, NBA now, like a 20-point game is nothing. Like it really isn't. So in any other star, any other player, any other organization would have done the same thing. They would have kept their player, they would have kept going after, giving the ball, right? I'm so the teammates, Bam's teammates, obviously the Heat, right? They did great. They were trying to find him every possession to get him the ball, right? Everybody else is going to do that, but it's just the Miami Heat. There's always going to be hate with it, but I think the big thing is, right? Obviously, this is a big moment for the Miami Heat, but man, guys, we might be out the plane this year, and that's so awesome to hear, right? Because we're 37 and 29. We are a 6th seed, and we're 1.5 games up on the Magic. The 76ers just lost Tyrese Maxey. So there's a good chance we're top 6. Hopefully we can keep it up like this, man. You know what I mean? Hopefully Tyler comes back from this injury, which I just don't understand what happened with that. But I think that's another big thing, right? Like we've been talking about getting to the playoffs. No more playing. And it looks like long season still, right? Like what you said, like 14, 15 games left, which is still a lot. But Amir, Martel, imagine we finish off like on a 15, 16 game win streak going into the playoffs. Yeah,
That'd be
I'm just
freaking
saying, man,
nuts.
that would be pretty wild, man. So, shout out to Bam Adebayo, man. This was a awesome performance, and this should be talked about for a while now, right? Like I hope, hopefully, like on the sports shows, they had to give him respect because I think there's gonna be some backlash with it, and like it's already starting, which is typical, right? But hopefully, they give him a lot of respect for this.
Hey, as our boy Van Lee in the chat said, who gives a shit? In 20 years, they're not going to look at how many freaking field goal attempts or free throw attempts. No one looked up how many shots Kobe took, how many times he got to the free throw line, how many shots Will Chamberlain took. We could look that up. Someone in the chat, Van Lee,
Here, let's say
if you
this, right?
can.
Let's say this, right? Will Chamberlain, is there really video proof of him scoring 100
No,
points?
it wasn't televised.
Exactly. So there's no proof. I don't care. It wasn't televised.
It
Listen,
happened though. I mean, they're not making shit
listen,
up.
no, but what I'm saying is, bro, look who Wilt Chamberlain was playing. Like, let's be for real. Look who Wilt Chamberlain was playing in that time, right? Bam Adebayo is playing the best of the best right now. I don't care if it's the Wizards. The Wizards still have talent. Every team has talent everywhere. And even if they don't have talent, you know what I mean? Like, these are still athletic players compared to back then where these players – you know what I mean? Like these players are like out of shape, not good players. Like, no disrespect to the legends out there, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it's totally different from now, before and now.
For sure. But still, it was the still I don't the 83 points, I'm not going to negate that, but it was the shitty lowly Wizards, but who gives a shit because no one else has been able to do this, right? Like Kobe Bryant played against the Raptors. I don't even know how good the Raptors were at the time. I'm pretty damn sure the Raptors were better than this Wizards team, right? Who are tanking, who are obviously not playing half of their team. Obviously, Anthony Davis, Trae Young, and whoever else. But who cares? To your point, Trent, they're still NBA players. They're still professional athletes. They still have an ego. Do players tank, guys? Or do organizations tank? And do owners tank? They're playing, these guys are playing for their livelihood. They're playing for contracts. They're playing to stay in the NBA, right? Like these guys don't want to tank. They're on the floor. They're trying to compete. But anyway, Trent, the Heat are sixth. Like you said, 37 and 29. We are tied with the Raptors. Technically, the Raptors are still the fifth seed because they have the tiebreaker over us because we've lost to them, I think, 2 times. I think we're 0 and 2 against them. But they are one, they have one less win, but and one less. No, we have one more win than them, but they have one less loss. So we have this. We're both 10 games back, and we're tied. So we are possibly in the fifth seed. The only shitty part though is with the Raptors and Magic, who are the seventh seed, who are half a game back. Actually, they're 35 and 28. The Magic, they both have the tiebreaker. So we need to continue. To your point, Trent, to continue winning. We're on a 6-game winning streak, which is tied most in the NBA. The only other team that has a 6-game winning streak, the Thunder, who are probably the best team in the NBA. So huge.
Listen, I'll be honest with you, just seeding wise perspective, you kind of want to say the 6th seed. Me looking at it right now.
Hell yeah. You want to play the Knicks. You don't want to play
I'd rather play the Knicks than the Cavs. I understand. Martell, I'd rather play the Choke. Now, listen, the Cavs are a good team. They got
Celtics are too. If we go to oh, you're right, 5-4. Never mind. You're right.
Cavs are fraudulent. Remember, they got James Harden now. So guess what? That's all she wrote, bro. James Harden is fraudulent.
Yeah, but Cavs are really good, Martell.
I know.
Yeah, but I'd rather play the Knicks though. The Knicks, we can beat the Knicks in the first round. Like I'm confident we can beat the Knicks. I want that 3-6 matchup, dude. You know how great that's gonna be for like team. Like, bro, it's gonna be great. Like that's a great matchup, man. I would love to see Bam drop 80 on Karl-Anthony Towns.
I would much rather play the Knicks than the Cavs, honestly. Even though Harden is a choke artist, Donovan Mitchell has been great. I mean, they have size with Jared Allen and Mobley. They're a tough team. They have obviously improved a lot. They were struggling early on in the year, and before they even traded for James Harden, they started to figure out a little bit, right? And started playing a little bit better basketball. But when you have James Harden there, he unlocks bigs. Imagine Bam Adebayo playing with James Harden in the regular season, not the playoffs, because James Harden is the biggest choke artist in NBA history. One of the top 3 biggest choke artists. Can't win a championship, can't get to the finals. So screw James Harden, but I would 100% play the Knicks over the Cavaliers again. But huge game. No Andrew Wiggins, no Norman Powell. Like, I'm actually happy to see the younger guys get an opportunity. Like, obviously none of them made an impact on tonight's game because Bam Adebayo shot 1,000 shots and scored 83 points tonight. But this is what we want to see. We want to see players like Bam, Tyler, Cass, and Kalel, and all these other guys, Pella, Jaime, playing, right? Like, who cares about Norm and Andrew Wiggins? Yes, they're going to be important pieces as part of this playoff run. Those guys are 31 and 32 years old. They're not part of our future. They're both on expiring contracts unless Andrew Wiggins opts in, right? So seeing this younger team develop and play and win 6 games in a row after the horrible last month of basketball that we've had, where we've lost to teams like the Sacramento Kings, like the Pacers, like the Mavericks. Who else did we lose to? The Bucks without Giannis, right? Like, we've had some horrible losses. We've been inconsistent, stuck in the middle. We're on a 6-game winning streak. When was the last time the Heat won a 6-game win streak? Like, I can't even remember. I feel like every year they get to like 4 games and then they lose 3. Then they'll win 2 and then they'll win 3, right? It's been a roller coaster, but this is the best that they've played since the 14-7 start. And Tyler Hero, kind of annoyed that he didn't play tonight, but very happy he didn't play, obviously, because if Tyler was out there, no offense to him, Bam probably wouldn't have made this historical night, scoring 83 points. But like, Tyler's been great. He was the Eastern Conference Player of the Week. He's looked really good without Norm, honestly. And I think, what do you guys think when Norm comes back? Do you think we should bench him? Do you think he should be the 6th man? Because I think he should be.
100%. 100%. I think the starting lineup should be Davion, Tyler Hero, Wiggins, Bam, Ware.
Yes.
We all know, you know what I mean? I mean, listen, at the end of the day, if the roles were reversed, Tyler Hero would come off that bench, and that's exactly what happened. And then when Norm went down, That's when Tyler Hero went into that starting lineup. I don't like the backcourt of Tyler Hero and Andrew Wiggins. I mean, Norman Powell. Like, I just think that we gotta listen. People have to sacrifice. If you're not gonna sacrifice on the team, we're at the point of the season. It's about championship or bust. If they pride themselves in not starting because Spoelstra was like, oh, like it doesn't really matter who starts. Yes and no. It does in terms of you can't have a Tyler Hero and Norman Powell backcourt. It's just not going to work, especially if you're not going to start Ware. So I just think that Norman Powell should come off the bench. I think he would be great with Jaime Jaquez Jr. and all the other guys off the bench. And like I said, let's see how this season goes.
Yeah, where do you think that he will end up, Trent? Do you think they'll finish 5-6 range, or do you think they'll fall out of the play-in still? There's 17 games left, I believe.
Depends on the Raptors too. Depends on the Raptors.
I mean, we just got to take it day by day, man, right? Because like we still got to figure, because like this team can change dramatically as soon as when Norm and Wiggs come back. So hopefully, Spo does the same thing he did with Tyler, keep Norm off the bench. I think Larson should be a starter as well, but I don't think they're going to keep that. I think they're going to go with Wiggs. And I think in the playoffs, they're going to go back with the original lineup, which is unfortunate. But that's the problem with the Miami Heat. I feel like they just play better when their players are just not healthy. Like we use this, we're not healthy. But I just think we just play better without certain players. And this is without Tyler at times. This is without Norm, no Wiggs. Like this is just what the Miami Heat is, man.
Yeah, it's kind of perplexing how sometimes the unhealthier we are, the better we play sometimes, because role players get to finally have an opportunity and step up and get some minutes and play their heart out, basically, right? Like I said, like players don't tank. So sometimes it works in our favor. I mean, ideally, you still want the healthiest and best players available. And for the Miami Heat, I mean, you want Norman Powell to be available and healthy. Like we can't play him and Tyler. Like we understand that. Like you have to stagger them, and they don't fit well together. We just can't have them playing together. I think Powell has to come off the bench. You have to have one of those guys on the court at all times, but you just can't have them on the court together. And I mean, Tyler, if we're gonna have to invest in one of the players, I mean, who would you guys invest in? Because there's the whole conversation about, do we give Norman an extension? Do we give him a 2-year, 3-year extension? He is 32 years old. He was an all-star for the first time. Do we extend Tyler? Like, I mean, yes, I think we do extend Tyler, but not at what he wants, not at the 48, 50 million max kind of contract. But who do you pick over those two players? I mean, Tyler's 26. Like, what are we actually talking about at this point, right? If Tyler can play like he's been playing the last few weeks, it's got to be Tyler, right? You got to invest in Tyler. I'm not saying at 50 million, but if you have to extend one or the two,
Powell is not necessarily more durable than Tyler. I'll just say that he played through injury. That's actually hurting us right now. Norman Powell was playing through injuries that he should have never have been playing through. And at the end of the day, he hasn't had a workload like this in terms of playing almost 82 games. Yes, he's at stints, he's taken over for Kawhi or he's taken over for Paul George. But once again, I'm not going to pay. And this is no disrespect to Norman Powell. I can't pay him the money he wants. I don't think it benefits the Miami Heat by any means. I understand people feel a way about Tyler, and that's fine. But in my opinion, you got to lean to the younger guy. I can't pay a guy who's going to be 32, $100+ million. You know what I mean? He's going to be almost 34, 35 by the end of the deal. And the durability is a little bit questionable because he was hurt the whole season. He just played through it. And unfortunately, now it's actually hurting us. But he was hurt just as much as Tyler Hero. It's just that they had different injuries.
For sure. Trey, what do you think on that matter? I mean, I don't think Powell's going to want 50 million a year. I mean, like
you're gonna have to give him 30 or more. Because remember, this is his last bag. He's gonna go in there and say, listen, my client got 2 back-to-back all-star seasons. He needs the bag.
I mean, I can imagine giving him like a 2-year 60 million. Trent, what do you think? 2-year 30 million each? That's still a $10 million raise. I think 2-year 60 is fair.
Nah, man, listen, everything we say about the Miami Heat, they do the opposite, man. So I wouldn't be surprised if they pay Norm. Be straight up with you.
Yeah, but what do you think they'll pay him at? Like
Oh, I don't know. I
Two,
don't.
3 years, 90 million, like 30 per year.
No, I don't. I just don't know his thing. I just don't know his value at this point. That I'm really stuck. I'm very curious to see how this offseason is because I just don't know Tyler's value and I don't know Norm's value.
I'll
You
tell
know,
you Tyler's value. If Tyler can play good in the postseason for the first time, he's gonna definitely get a pay raise. If he can play like he's playing right now for the playoff stint for the first time, like Tyler's going to get some sort of
Ye-
extension. He's going to get more than we thought he would give him because it's all about the playoffs. We know Tyler can do this in the regular season, but he's never been able to do it in the playoffs, right? That's been the biggest Achilles heels for him is you have never been able to lead this team. And he had two opportunities the last two seasons with Jimmy Butler getting hurt against the Boston Celtics. What happened? We lost 4-1. The Boston Celtics blitzed him in that playoff series, right? He did nothing. He had one game where he played well, where the whole team shot like 70% from three. We made like a franchise record in the playoffs, hitting like 25 threes, right, Martel? Then the series after that was against the Cavs. And what did Tyler do? He had one good game and then three horrible games, right? So if Tyler wants to get paid or get some sort of extension, he's got to do it in the playoffs. Pat Riley has always said this: playoffs tell. So if you can do it in the playoffs, that is your proof, right? The proof is in the pudding. So we'll see what happens, man. But this is just a crazy freaking night. I just had no expectation that Bam Adebayo was even capable of obviously doing this. And again, there's gonna be a lot of hate. My little cousin just texted me. He's a Clippers fan, basically saying the modern NBA is cooked. He's basically saying that like defenses suck, tanking teams suck, basically like the Wizards who are not even trying to negate what Bam Adebayo did. I think that's ridiculous, right? Like scoring 83 points in an NBA game is still insane. If it wasn't insane and if it could happen often, then it would happen often, right? Like it has not happened often for a reason because it's insanely hard to score that many points in an NBA game. So tired
But
of the haters. Everybody's hating right now on Bam Adebayo. It's like just appreciate the moment.
this is what
Appreciate the
Adam
moment.
Silver wants. Because at the end of the day, this is how you get the fans who don't really even watch basketball. Right now, Adam Silver, right now, he's doing jumping jacks over the Miami Heat because once again, 83 points is being blasted through all social media platforms, being blasted through the news, being blasted through podcasts and YouTube. This is exactly what Adam Silver wants, anyways.
That's a good point. Publicity. He wants eyeballs, obviously, and this was a game where you wouldn't expect any national media attention. And this game where the Miami Heat were playing against the tanking Wizards, who have what, the third worst record in the NBA, is under the spotlight, which was just incredible. Like Bam Adebayo with the game of the century, the game of his life. Let's close out. Trent, thoughts on this Miami Heat team? You think the winning streak continues? I know we play against the Bucks. Not sure if Giannis is going to be playing. How far do you think this Heat streak goes?
Depends of what's going on with Tyler, man. You know, you're gonna play better teams in in this upcoming stretch, man. You know, so we need Tyler at least back, and we got Tyler back. We can win some games and stuff like that, man. Hopefully we extend it to 10. I'll be fine with 10. Gives a little lead because you know we're still a little close. Like we lose a few games, we're out of it. But yeah, man, proud of this team.
Tough schedule. Bucks should be easy if Giannis is not playing. Magic, we have lost every game against the Magic. That's going to be a tough, very important game, right? Because the Magic are seventh. And then we play the Hornets, who were red hot. They've lost a few, but still not an easy game. And then we play the Lakers, Rockets, and Spurs. So that is like the toughest stretch of the season because we have the eighth easiest schedule. This was with like 25 games remaining. Now we have 17 games. So we had the eighth easiest schedule in the NBA. That's a tough stretch, Martel. Like, again, yeah, Bucks game should be easy. Magic is going to be tough. Hornets, Lakers, Rockets, Spurs. What do you think they do? So let's say we beat the Bucks, 7-game winning streak. We have one game against the Magic, Hornets, Lakers, Rockets, Spurs. That's 5 games. What do you think we do in that stretch? I think we go 2-3, unless we keep up the momentum. But like Spurs are one of the best teams in the NBA. Lakers still a top team. How do you think we finish
Yeah,
out?
but we got the Wemby stopper, in Khalil Ware. Hopefully he comes back by the time that we play the Spurs. Don't get me wrong, I think they're a good team. once again, it's like what Trent said. We got to see what this team looks like when everybody gets back, when Norm and Wiggs comes back. Hopefully Wiggs is back, especially for that trip, because we're going to need him, especially when we're playing Luka, especially when we're going to be playing the Spurs. I think they can go 3-2. If they go 3-2, that means that they really care, because right now every game counts. Yeah, they're out of the play-in right now, and hopefully the Raptors and the Philadelphia 76ers continue to slip. But once again, Bam's been standing on business. Tyler's been standing on business. Once again, shout out to D Wade. Shout out to Giannis Haslam, because whatever they're saying, it's like what D Wade said. I don't hear no buzz in Miami. I don't hear no buzz in Miami. And guess what? Bam and them boys took it personal. And they should, because at the end of the day, like, bro, like, the whole Miami organization, Heat Nation, we're counting on them. And once again, I'm not saying that Bam and Tyler are number one options, but we expect them to play up to their contracts. We expect them to play up to their expectations, because at the end of the day, they're the ones leading this team. So hopefully the Miami Heat can continue to stack up these wins. However the chips fall, as long as they're out of the play-in tournament, that's all that I care about.
Exactly. So anyway, thanks for hopping on this live episode. We have 95 people in the chat right now watching this live. Thank you so much for the support. Before I hop off, make sure to subscribe to my channel, the Team to Beat Miami Heat podcast. Make sure to go to Martel's channel, the Miami Heat Zone podcast. Make sure to go to Trent's channel, the Miami Heat Network, and subscribe to our channels for more daily Miami Heat and NBA content. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. Appreciate it. What a freaking historical night. I'm going to be listening to all of the Heat podcasts. I'm probably going to put on ESPN for the first time in a long ass time and watch these highlights and watch YouTube highlights of Bam Adebayo scoring 83 points, beating Kobe Bryant, who scored 81 for the second most points behind Wilt Chamberlain. And these were the most documented, because Trent seems to be a conspiracy theorist over here, because seeing is believing in his opinion. And Wilt, that game wasn't televised. These were the most points televised in NBA history, Bam Adebayo, which is insane to think. So thanks again for hopping on, guys. Appreciate the time. And again, don't forget to subscribe to all our channels for more Miami content. Have a good night.